So recently, the YouTube critic Alex Meyers decided to take down his YouTube review of the movie Obsession because it offended and upset a lot of people. And worst of all is that Alex actually gave in and decided to do an apology for these people. My guess is because Alex Myers or Mayers or how you pronounce it, he is a YouTube shell, so he has to play it safe in order to make those YouTube shekels. And the thing about these types of people like Alex is that they gotta give off safe opinions and have safe, have basically surround their audience in a safe space. And I gotta say though, if you actually got offended by a review of a fictional movie because Alex said something about fictional characters, you are extremely sheltered. You have never worked a hard day's work in your entire life, and overall, I just don't think you will really last that long in the real world, to be honest, because you're being that upset over what a guy said on YouTube. Oh, wait a second. I have actually done videos where I actually replied to certain YouTubers because I disagree with their opinions on a piece of media, and I could have just ignored them and moved on, but I felt the need to do a response and do a little bit of editing. So in a way, I guess I also got offended by reviews and other people's opinions online. Never mind. Uh, yeah, this video was pointless. You know what? You do you. You're doing okay. You can click off the video now. I want to talk to Killer Croc, who tried to give Batman his killer cock.
What happened to you was wrong, but you killed people. You have to pay for that. We just Lord and pay. He'll face justice for his crimes. No, he will die. You all will.
Yeah, I could have just said that people got offended by his review, and that's stupid, but I mean, I've also technically gotten offended by reviews too, to the point where I felt the need to do a response. Hey, so cool detail. I'm sorry I'm not giving you the best camera quality here. I'm filming with my phone. I don't feel like investing in a capture card yet or figuring out how to use a capture card. But basically, this container that Killer Croc is in, they're actually pumping tranquilizer gas into the container in order to mellow out Killer Croc. That's a really cool attention to detail. I really like Arkham Knight's system where you just collect villains. Like these guys are behind bars, but these are technically the players' trophies.
Quorum, we're funding your experiments. I want names.
Your wants are of no concern to me, Batman. Run along.
You'll talk. They always do.
You forget, Batman. As a scientist, I love invalidating a flawed hypothesis.
This game has a very flawed story, but it is super fun though. I mean, the problem with Batman Arkham Knight, my biggest problem is not just the story, but the lack of boss fights. And even then, the boss fights in this game, besides the Riddler and Killer Croc and Albert King, are pretty lame. Like boss fights are borderline non-existent in this game. I mean, what do we get with the Arkham Knight? Instead of a cool fist fight or hand-to-hand type of combat where you're fighting someone who has the same training experience as Batman, what did they do with the Arkham Knight? They put him in a tank. And then when you confront him as Jason Todd, you don't even really fight him. You just sneak up on him. And then Batman points his finger and tries to calm Jason Todd down. And Jason Todd's like, "You don't understand." And then he just tries to snipe Batman. It's a fun boss, but it's not really a good boss.
You should have stayed away tonight, Dent.
How many times have we done this, Batman? You put us behind bars only for us to escape. Your life is meaningless. A charade!
Not meaningless. Satisfying.
Satisfaction is short-lived. Enjoy it while you can, because the next time we meet, you die.
I gotta say,
Oh, that's
I gotta say, Batman saying that he's satisfied with putting Two-Face behind bars is pretty cool, considering Harvey Dent and Bruce Wayne have a good. They used to have a good friendship.
You just bring out the best in everyone. Your enemies, your friends, even your bestest frenemies like Harv here. He's at least halfway interesting these days, and it's all thanks to you.
Some people don't like Joker's inclusion in this game because they feel like it's forced that the Arkham games overuse Joker. But to be fair here, Joker pretty much saves this game's story. Because what does Scarecrow do? He just monologues and talks all boring. And like Scarecrow doesn't even really kill off any characters. He fakes Barbara Gordon's death, and that's really about it. He doesn't even he like Scarecrow is so incompetent that he can't even kill a young woman in a wheelchair. That he's such a lame villain. I liked him more in Arkham Asylum. In Arkham Asylum, not only did Scarecrow have a cooler design, but he was also more sneaky too. He had to poison Batman from a distance with his fear toxin. And then in Arkham Knight, they turn Scarecrow into Hugo Strange, where he would just monologue over television screens and radios and whatnot, and talk about how he's going to scare Batman. Like Jesus, throughout Arkham Knight, I'm like, Jesus Christ, do something. There are some moments where Scarecrow does manage to gas Batman, but even then, Batman, for the most part, despite being under the influence of Scarecrow's gas, he's still able to do a lot of stuff. He's still able to fight crime. For crying out loud, he beats a whole army while under the influence of Scarecrow's gas. I would say that Scarecrow's gas is way more effective in Arkham Asylum, to be honest. And what's the other villain? The Arkham Knight? He does the same thing. He mostly just trash talks, and then he tries to fight you in a tank. And then when it's revealed that he's Jason Todd, it's just an okay stealth boss fight, So yeah, I feel like Joker saves this game because everything that Mark Hamill says as a Joker in this game is just so interesting and fun to listen to. I like how Scarecrow is like sort of like a tutorial for the player in case they get lost, but he's also like Batman's little devil, on the side of his shoulder. He like the Joker in this game. He's sort of like a demon because as the game goes on, he starts to possess Batman more and more, and yeah, that's Joker pretty much saves this game's story.